In this world, many are caught up in the pursuit of wealth and material possessions, believing that these things will bring fulfillment and security. But I tell you, the things that are highly valued by men are often of little value in my eyes. Money, possessions, status, these things fade away, and they do not last. They may bring comfort for a time, but they cannot bring true peace. True riches are not found in what you accumulate, but in what you give, in how you love, and in the treasures you store up in heaven. It is not about having more, but about being faithful with what you have. I look not at your outward appearance or your bank account, but at your heart, your intentions, and the way you use what I have entrusted to you. The world tells you to chase after wealth, to work tirelessly to secure a life of comfort and luxury, but I call you to seek something far greater. Do not store up treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and thieves break in and steal. Instead, store up treasures in heaven, where nothing can take them away. These are the true riches that last forever. True riches are found in the condition of your heart, not in the size of your possessions. I tell you, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. If your heart is set on earthly wealth, you will find yourself constantly striving, always wanting more, never fully satisfied. But when your heart is set on my kingdom, you begin to understand that true wealth is found in love, in faithfulness, in humility, and in serving others. I have called you to be rich in kindness, rich in compassion, and rich in grace. The world may not value these qualities, but I do. These are the treasures that have eternal value. When you love your neighbor, when you care for the poor, when you forgive your enemies, you are storing up riches in heaven. These are the riches that endure forever. I look at your heart and your actions. I am not concerned with how much you have, but with how you use what I have given you. Are you generous? Are you compassionate? Do you use your resources to bless others and to further my kingdom, or do you hoard them for yourself? The true measure of wealth is not how much you have, but how much you give. It is not wrong to have wealth or possessions, but it is important to remember that all things come from me. You are merely stewards of what I have entrusted to you. I have called you to be rich toward God, to use your resources in a way that honors me and reflects my love. Do not store up treasures for yourselves, but be rich in good works, generous in heart, and eager to share with others. The parable of the rich fool teaches this lesson. He stored up grain, thinking he would live in comfort for many years, but his life was taken from him that very night. He thought his wealth would give him security, but it was his relationship with me that truly mattered. You are called to be rich in your relationship with me, for when you seek my kingdom first, all other things will be added to you. True wealth is measured by your heart's alignment with my will. Are you seeking my righteousness? Are you using your blessings to bless others? Are you investing in eternal things such as love, kindness, and service? These are the things that matter most in my eyes. Imagine standing before me at the end of your life, looking back on all you've accumulated. How will you measure the success of your life? By the things you have, or by the impact you've made on the lives of others? The world will tell you that wealth and status define your value, but in my eyes, the true measure of your life is found in the love you gave, the kindness you showed, and the lives you touched. I want you to look beyond the temporary, beyond the fleeting treasures of this earth. The riches of this world will eventually fade, homes will crumble, money will lose its power, and the most cherished possessions will pass away. But the treasures you store up in heaven, acts of love, faith, and service, will never perish. They will last forever. When you live with an eternal perspective, your life changes. You begin to see that the things that truly matter are the things that cannot be seen with the eyes of the world. Your heart becomes rich in love and grace, and your focus shifts from the accumulation of wealth to the investment in the lives of others. When you seek my kingdom first, you begin to see the world through my eyes. You see that it is not about what you have, but about what you give. You realize that the greatest treasures are those that cannot be measured by earthly standards, but by the love and grace that flow from a heart aligned with mine. In my kingdom, the greatest among you are those who serve, those who give freely and without expectation. Generosity is not about how much you give, but about the heart behind the giving. I tell you, the widow who gave 2 small coins gave more than all the wealthy men who donated from their abundance. Her heart was rich toward God, for she gave everything she had, trusting that I would provide for her. When you give, you participate in something much greater than yourself. Your generosity becomes a reflection of my love for the world. I gave my life for you. This is the ultimate act of generosity. And in the same way, I call you to give of yourself, not just your possessions, but your time, your energy, and your love. When you give, you align your heart with my kingdom, and you become a vessel of my grace. It's not about the amount, it's about the heart behind the gift. Are you willing to give what you have, even when it feels like it's all you've got? Are you willing to step out in faith, trusting that I will provide for you as you serve others? In my eyes, it's not about what you give, but how you give. A generous heart, filled with love, becomes a conduit for my blessing to flow through. True riches are not just found in what you give, but in what you receive. I offer you peace, peace that the world cannot give, peace that goes beyond your understanding, peace that guards your heart and mind in every circumstance. In me, you will find contentment, for I am enough. I am the source of all you need, and when you trust in me, you find a wealth that cannot be measured by earthly standards. The world will tell you that contentment comes from more money, more things, more success. But I say to you, contentment comes from less. The less you chase after the fleeting things of this world, the more you discover the sufficiency of my grace. When you are rich in my peace, your heart is free from worry, from anxiety, from the constant pressure to keep up with the world's standards. In me, you find contentment, for I am all you need. The things of this world will never fully satisfy you, but when you rest in my presence, you will find true riches, riches of peace, joy, and contentment that fill your heart, regardless of your circumstances. Humility is one of the greatest treasures you can possess. In a world that values pride, ambition, and self-promotion, humility is a precious jewel in my eyes. I did not come to be served, but to serve. I came to show you the way of humility, where the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. When you humble yourself, when you lower yourself to lift others up, you reflect the very nature of my kingdom. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking of yourself less. It's about putting others' needs above your own and recognizing that all you have is a gift from me. True riches are found in the ability to serve others with a pure heart, to show kindness even when it costs you, and to live not for your own glory, but for mine. In the eyes of the world, those who are humble may seem weak or insignificant. But in my kingdom, they are the greatest, for they understand that true strength comes from humility. A humble heart is a heart rich in the things that last. Seek humility, and you will find treasure in the eyes of God. Faith is the key that unlocks the treasures of my kingdom. It is by faith that you enter into the true riches I offer. Faith is not just a belief in your mind. It is a deep trust in your heart. Faith means stepping out in confidence, trusting in my promises even when you cannot see the outcome. It means knowing that I am good, that I am faithful, and that I will never leave or forsake you. In the world, faith may seem foolish. The world tells you to rely on your own strength, your own wisdom, your own resources. But I call you to a faith that goes beyond what the world can understand. It is the faith of a mustard seed, small yet powerful, that moves mountains. It is the faith that believes in the unseen, the faith that holds on to hope in the darkest of times. When you live by faith, you are rich in the promises I have made to you. I am the one who provides, who heals, who delivers, and who restores. Faith is the currency of my kingdom, and it is through faith that you inherit the riches of my grace. True wealth is found in relationships with me, with your loved ones, and with the world around you. Material wealth can never replace the joy and fulfillment that come from meaningful connections. The love you share with others, the compassion you show, the friendships you build, these are the riches that matter most in my eyes. In the kingdom of God, people are not commodities to be used for personal gain. They are treasures made in my image, each one unique, precious, and deserving of love and respect. When you invest in relationships, you are building up treasures that will last forever. Relationships are the fabric of my kingdom, and I call you to love one another as I have loved you. Take the time to nurture the relationships that matter most. Seek reconciliation where there is division, extend grace where there is hurt, and love unconditionally. When you build rich relationships, you build a life that is truly rich, a life that reflects my love and my purpose for you. My word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. When you live according to my teachings, you are storing up treasures that cannot be stolen. My word brings life, and when you apply it to your life, it transforms you. It is not enough to hear my word, you must live it. It is by living out my word that you become rich in the things of God. The world may offer you temporary solutions to your problems, but my word offers eternal wisdom. It shows you the way to true joy, peace, and purpose. When you live by my principles, you reflect my character and bring light to the world around you. You are rich not in what you own, but in the wisdom you possess. I call you to meditate on my word day and night, to let it shape your thoughts, your actions, and your heart. When you live out my word, you are building a life that is rich in faith, in wisdom, and in grace. There is a reward for those who live in the riches I offer, the riches of love, humility, faith, service, and wisdom. These treasures will not be forgotten. Though the world may not recognize your efforts, I see them. I know the sacrifices you make, the love you give, and the faith you hold. And I will reward you, not just in this life, but in the life to come. The rewards of my kingdom are far greater than anything this world can offer. You will inherit a place in my eternal kingdom, where there is no pain, no sorrow, and no suffering. There, the treasures you have laid up will never fade, and the richness of my presence will be your greatest reward. I have prepared a place for you, a place where you will experience the fullness of joy and peace, where my love will surround you forever. Remember, true riches are not about what you accumulate here on earth, but about what you store up in heaven. Seek first my kingdom, and all these things will be added to you. Your labor is not in vain, and your heart's desire to seek true riches will be fulfilled. As you reflect on the true meaning of riches in my eyes, remember that wealth, possessions, and status are fleeting. They may provide temporary comfort, but they cannot fulfill the deepest longings of your heart. True riches are found in what endures: love, faith, humility, generosity, and a heart aligned with my will. In my kingdom, the greatest treasures are the ones that cannot be bought. They are the treasures of a life lived in service to others, of relationships built on love and grace, and of faith that moves mountains. You are called to seek first my kingdom, for when you do, all else will fall into place. The riches of this world will pass away, but the treasures you lay up in heaven, through acts of kindness, generosity, and faithfulness, will remain forever. I invite you to live with an eternal perspective. Do not store up treasures on earth, where they can be lost or destroyed, but store up treasures in heaven, where they are secure. Live out my word, love without limits, and serve others with a humble heart. These are the true riches that matter most in my eyes. Remember, I have given you everything you need to live a rich and fulfilled life. True wealth is not measured by what you have, but by what you give. When you seek me and my righteousness first, you will find that you already possess all the riches you need: peace, joy, love, and purpose. May you be rich in the things of my kingdom, and may your life reflect the true treasures that never fade. The riches of heaven are yours to inherit, and when you live with your heart set on me, you will find that you are more blessed than you could ever imagine. Thank you for joining me in exploring what truly matters in the eyes of God. If this message spoke to your heart, I encourage you to hit that like button, share this video with others who may need to hear it, and subscribe to the Daily Bible channel for more content that helps you grow in your faith. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss an inspiring video. Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation about what true riches really mean. May you seek God's kingdom first and find peace and fulfillment in the treasures that last forever. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.